guys, welcome back to my channel. Since I kind of sort of missed my January favorites and we are in the middle of February, I figured I would do a current favorites video. I haven't worn makeup in about a week, so it feels really weird. I'm still working on my background. I know that's like every single video I'm still working on my background, but I still am. Let me know what considerations you guys have for my background and for angles, and like, is this too far? I know in the last video you guys said it was too close, so I kind of backed it up. Is this too far? Like, let me know, because I'm like really OCD and anal about these kinds of things. But I haven't worn makeup because I was sick and I also had a procedure done, so I was kind of out of business for a while. So I'm back, I'm feeling a lot better, and let's just jump right into it. First favorite I'm gonna talk about is a palette, and at first I was kind of apprehensive about this palette. I kind of thought it was a little gimmicky, even though I love the brand Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons. When I first saw these shadows, I guess because they're heart-shaped shadows, I just didn't really take them that serious, which kind of sounds silly now that I'm saying it out loud, but I don't know, I just put off this palette for a while. They also have really girly colors, but I have fallen so in love with this palette. I love this palette because it has some neutral shades that you can throw down in your crease. You have a kind of like white cream bone color, a glittery color, like you have all of the colors you would need for an eye look, and then you have pops of color and then kind of more like champagne glittery colors. So if you just bring this palette with you somewhere, you can definitely do an eye look, whether it's a neutral eye look, glittery girly eye look, or just like a pop of color. So I feel like this palette really just has everything you would need. Especially love the fact that it has a warm burgundy, because whatever look you do, you can add a little bit of burgundy underneath your eyes or in the crease, and it's really just going to warm up the whole look. I mean, the palette is so pretty. I don't know why I put this one off for that long, but I am so loving this. This has probably been my most used palette for the past couple of weeks. I'm obsessed. It smells good. It's gorgeous, and I think it's a great palette for just anybody. So that one I definitely recommend. If you're starting out with eyeshadow, or if you're just obsessed with eyeshadow, you'll love that palette. The next eyeshadow palette that I want to talk about, I've had for a while. It's the Kat Von D Shade Light Eye Palette. I'm not really sure when I purchased this, but I'm pretty sure it was when it first came out. And I just always looked at it and I was just like, like they're neutrals, they're nothing crazy, but the formulation of these neutrals are like no other. They're really buttery. I know a lot of people say they're powdery, and I can see why they say that, but it really depends on the brush that you're using. I'm going to talk about some brushes that I've been using a lot lately. Lately I've been going for a more effortless, not too precise eye, and so this palette just has the perfect colors to contour your eye. And I know that kind of sounds a little strange, contouring your eye, but yes, contouring your eye makes a difference. So just like any cool or warm tone color, like right in the socket of the eye makes such a difference. Even if you're using your regular shadow and you just need a little bit more definition, go with this palette because this defines your eyes so well. It has really nice warm tones, cool tones, every type of neutral that you'll need. So let's just say you own one palette and it has a lot of colorful colors and it doesn't have much neutrals. Get this palette and I'm telling you, you're gonna use it every single time in conjunction with the other one. This is a must-have, I feel like, because you can do so much with it, especially if you're a freelancer, because you have all different shade ranges from light to dark. So definitely can get a lot of use out of this one. I really love this peachy shade up here. I love the whites and the creams because they're so pigmented. Kat Von D shadows are so pigmented. If you're having trouble with this palette, it might be the brush that you're using. You also get a mirror, and I'm obsessed with the contour kit, the Kat Von D contour kit. And I'm really falling in love with this one as well. So since I was talking about eye palettes, I'm going to talk about some eye brushes that I've been obsessed with lately. I always have these when I'm doing my makeup because I feel like without them, I'm just basic, and these just take it to a whole nother level. First one is the Morphe E27, and I talked about this one in my last video. I really love like these Morphe Fluffy Elite brushes for the eye. A lot of people use this for concealer because it is a bit larger, but I love it to just fluff out that crease, and you can add like your blush or your bronzer to your look with this one, and it just diffuses, it blows out. I love this one. Morphe brushes are inexpensive compared to other brands, and I do have a coupon code for you guys. It's Rosita. So whenever you're shopping on Morphe, if you want to get 10% off, you could use the code Rosita, and save yourself some money. But the brushes are already kind of inexpensive, so definitely a must. You can use this brush for applying your concealer, like liquid concealer for your powder over. You can use this to highlight, but I really love this as an eye brush. The next brush is the only brush that I used on my eyes today. Well, the only one like in the crease, and this is the MAC 286. I am so obsessed with this brush. It's not really talked about a lot on YouTube. I feel like a lot of people don't know about this brush. Everyone just goes for the MAC 224 or the MAC 217. I really love the MAC 221. It's always sold out online and in store. Whenever I'm doing a precise crease or like precise crease work, I always use the 221. But when I'm going out for that really blended, blown out eye and I just want something really fast and simple, MAC 286. It's a dual fiber brush, but it's like really long. The fibers are just really long and like skinny, so they really just diffuse, and you can use this for like the all over shade color. You can use this in your crease, you can use it to blend out your crease, you can even define your crease. Depending on how you hold this type of brush is going to make a huge difference. If you hold it straight and just blend, it's going to blow out. If you hold it pointed, it's going to just apply. This brush is a little pricey for MAC brushes. I think it's a little more than the usual like crease brush by them, but it's so worth it. You could use this to apply your concealer as well because it is dual fiber, amazing for cream products. But oh my god, I want to have like 10 of these, but they're kind of pricey, so I'm like, I'm just gonna make this one work for as long as I can. But yeah, I love this one. I don't know why I wasn't using it last year, but I've been using it a lot these past 2 months. Obsessed. Next up, I want to talk about a concealing kind of brush, and this is the one that I've been using on my brows, like to conceal my brows. I recently purchased this, but I am blown away. Like, why wasn't I using this before? I love my MAC flat kind of square brush for my eyebrows, but this one is amazing. This is the Real Techniques detailer brush, and it's this little itty bitty tiny guy right here. Obsessed with it because it's just the perfect shape. It's just like a little tiny brush, but it comes to a nice point, and it's very long and thin, so it really just spreads that product out really nicely, but you can get really precise. I saw Nicole Guerrero use it and I instantly went out and bought it, and I love it. Like, she was so on point about this one. This one, unfortunately, you can't buy on its own, which really sucks. I had to buy a whole eye set for it, but I'm gonna use the other brushes. I specifically bought the kit just for this one, and I don't regret it because I would pay $20 just for this brush because it's that good. It really just cleans up that brow with concealer amazingly. If you're a freelancer and you have a lot of clients with pigmentation, or you find yourself spot concealing a lot, this one is amazing. It's the Detailer brush by Real Techniques, and it's the orange one. I'm just in love with it. Can't say enough good things about that one. Lastly, for the brushes, I want to talk about the Cosetti D230, another influence by YouTube. This one was also influenced from YouTube, and I saw Nikki Tutorials rave about this brush. It's the Cosetti D230, and it's just like a flat detail brush. And at first when I purchased it, I was like, I'm not gonna really love it. It's just like a regular detail brush, but this one really just gets underneath that eye, and today I used it with black underneath my eye, and I'm obsessed. It is a little scratchy, I will say that, but it's amazing. I love this brush, and it really just details under the eye. I still love my Kat Von D Shade Light eye brush better than this one because it is dual-sided and you can like apply and blend with one brush. This one you kind of need to go in with another brush to really diffuse it if you're looking for that, but just to pack on that color, it's so precise that you can really get under there, and almost looks like you have eyeliner when you don't. So I love that. I had actually ordered the other Cosetti brush that she talked about. It was like the mini eye contour brush, but I ordered it on Alcone and they played me. I ordered it, I paid for it, and I didn't get it in the package. They sold out, but I still was able to order it and pay for it. So until I called them, then they refunded my money. But anyway, I'm still on the hunt for the Cosetti small eye contour brush. I think they're sold out like everywhere because of Nikki Tutorials, of course. Next, I want to talk about a foundation that I've been using non-stop. It's not the one that I have on right now. I tried using the LC foundation today and it was just not pretty on me, like it wasn't going on, and I'm pretty sure it was just my skin because I know everyone raves about it, but I have extremely dry skin. I know Jaclyn Hill raves about it, Leslie Alvarado, my friend Vijosa, like a lot of people rave about that, and it just didn't look good on my skin, so I ended up putting on the L'Oreal True Match over it. But that was just my dilemma of today. I hadn't worn makeup in a while, so when you apply makeup and you haven't worn it, usually you feel really good, but me, I just feel like, oh my god, I'm losing my skills, but it goes away. It's just like that first time, you know. Anyway, I'm rambling. I want to talk about the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I sound really sick, by the way. This is in the shade Rattan, and I love this foundation. It's my foundation that I use when I'm going out, when I know I have an event, when I'm going to be photographed, when I know I'm going to be out for a while. This foundation never does me wrong. I love it. I have Rattan and I have Dawn. I use both of those shades, but I just love this foundation. It's very long wearing. It just lasts a really long time on my skin. It's very comparable to the L'Oreal Pro Matte, but I feel like this one I can kind of work with it a little bit more. It's a little more liquidy, whereas the L'Oreal Pro Matte is a little more creamy, so this one just blends out a lot faster. If you're not as quick with blending, I think this one will work better. The L'Oreal Pro Matte, you have to work so fast because instantly when you like press it in with your beauty blender, it's dry and it's like set. So this one I like because I can get a little bit more movement with it. It's a little liquidier. Is that a word? Liquidier? I just made that up. Talking about face products, I wanted to quickly mention the RCMA No Color Powder. I actually heard about this from Mac Daddy, Angel Marino. 3 months ago, I was at like this mini seminar of his and he used this on the model and I loved it, and so I had purchased it and it took so long to get it. So I like canceled my order and then I got another one, and it just took so long for me to get my hands on it. But I finally got it and I love it. I know everyone's been raving about it. Jaclyn Hill, Kathleen Lights, like everyone has been just like this one over the Laura Mercier, but I wouldn't say I like it more than anything. I just really like it. I usually rotate between the RCMA No Color Powder, the Laura Mercier Translucent, and then the Givenchy matte powders. I'll usually go through those three when I'm going for like my best look, so I don't favor one over the other. But I will say that the Laura Mercier, if you're feeling really dry that day, is not going to do you justice. So when I'm feeling dry, this is the one I go for. And the reason is because it's very finely milled. It has absolutely no color, they say. But I do not recommend heavy baking with this because I still find that it leaves a little bit of a white cast. Now, not when I take flash photography, but in person, I still feel a little bit light in those areas. And even when I dust it off, I don't know about this no color because I'm pretty fair and it still kind of showed up pretty white when I packed it on. So I think this one is better if you're just going to like dust it on and not like pack it on. Hope that makes sense, but let me know your thoughts if you found the same thing like with this one, if it kind of leaves like a white cast. I packed it on like I usually do with my beauty blender and I dust it off like I usually do with my Real Technique setting brush, and I still found it a little bit light. So I still love this nonetheless. I still feel like it's the best for dry skin. One huge downside to this is the packaging. I should have got the one that comes like in a tub. I'm pretty sure they sell one like in a like circular tub, because this, like, what is this? I feel like a lot of professional makeup artists use RCMA, and I kind of think that's why they made the cap like this, because I feel like a makeup artist would just tap this onto a kind of like spatula, or what are those called? Those like plates, makeup palettes, something like that. Those, you know, those little steel things. But you would just kind of like shake this on there and use it from there, rather than just like dipping your beauty blender into a powder, because I guess that's not as sanitary. But for everyday use for yourself, it's highly annoying. I mean, usually I'll just kind of like shake it up and use whatever's on the cap, or I'll actually like spill it onto a palette of mine. Then it's really messy and there's powder everywhere. It's inexpensive, so I don't feel bad about like wasting, because you get so much and I don't think you'll ever waste. But I heard that you could use baby powder for baking, and I kind of want to try that. I'm really intrigued. I wanted to shout out this next product because I've been using it a lot lately, and it's the Bobbi Brown Golden Light Bronzer. And I've had this for a really long time. I've always loved it, but lately I've just been gravitating towards this one more than any of my other bronzers. I think it's because I've lost my color and I don't use Give Me Sun as much, because it can be a little extreme when you don't have any color on you. I feel pretty fair at this point. I know everyone always kind of gets on me like, you're not fair, you're far from it, but I feel fair. This color just works better on my skin tone right now. It's not too orange, it's not too warm, it's not too cool. It's the perfect bronzer. I feel like this is the perfect color for someone who is like my skin tone right now, because it actually shows up. When I'm a bit tanner or I'm darker, this doesn't show up as much, so I don't really grab it as often. But right now I have it on as my contour and my bronzer, and I feel like it looks great. I don't feel like I need to use anything else. I don't feel like I need to warm it up or add like a contour color. I think this is just the perfect bronzer for me right now. So I've been using it a lot. Clearly, I have a huge dent in mine. I hit pan on this one, which I've only hit pan on like 3 bronzers in my whole life. Okay, maybe 4. NYC Sunny, MAC Give Me Sun, the Smashbox Sunlight, and then this one. So I really have been enjoying that, and yeah. The next product is kind of random, but it's an eyelash glue, and this is the Revlon Precision Lash Adhesive, the clear one with the black top. I do not like the black Revlon lash glue, huge difference. I always use my House of Lashes lash glue, and then they changed it. So I noticed because the packaging changed, and I'm like, okay, maybe just the packaging changed, but the product didn't change. The product changed. I feel like the new one just isn't as sticky, it isn't as tacky. I've tried not letting it dry, letting it dry. I've tried every type of technique with the new House of Lashes lash glue. I don't think that they announced that it's a new formula, but I know in my heart it's a new formula. I had the two, like the older House of Lashes and a new one. I applied both lashes, and the new one, it was just automatically peeling off. My lashes were not sticking to my eye. In fact, I felt like my eye got really watery, and it just kind of just came off all at once. It almost was like one eye was crying. Not a fan. So I went back to this one. This is an oldie but a goodie. I know Patrick Starr uses this, and a lot of people use this. This one is from the drugstore. It's really hard to find. Whenever I see one, I pick up like whatever they have, because that's probably why it's hard to find. It's just really hard to find. Maybe it's because everyone knows that it's the bomb, but Revlon white with the black top. Don't get the white with the gray top, because the gray top is a lash remover, not a lash glue. So be careful with that little mistake. I did it once, and I'm like, why isn't my lash sticking? And it's actually to remove your lashes, which I just kind of take mine off. I don't know, I wouldn't use something like that. Anyway, I want to talk about the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I have this in the shade Toast. I love this concealer as a contour. I use it to contour my nose, sometimes on my face, but specifically for my nose, I kind of just draw some stripes and blend away. I use this in the Get Ready With Me like glam makeup when I went to the concert, and everyone was like, yes, your nose is snatched. I always set it though with Heroin from Illamasqua. It's a powder, it's an eyeshadow, same kind of shade. This one's perfect because it's not too warm. It is kind of dark and intense, but it actually blends out. Now, I wasn't a fan of the concealers, like the actual concealer colors on me under my eyes, and that's probably because I have a really dry under eye. But this one on my nose, I really enjoy it. It's called Toast. I want to try Espresso, and I think, what's the other one? Beautiful Bronze. I want to try those two, because those two are also talked a lot about on YouTube as contour colors, but Toast has been my jam. And it's funny because I don't actually eat toast, but this one's called Toast. Next up, we have the Anastasia Glow Kit. This has been my favorite highlights since I got it. It is so gigantic. Like, look at these pans. They're huge. And this one is in the That's Glow shade. They have another one, but I wasn't really intrigued. I purchased this on their website when it came out, and I normally just mix these 3 shades right here and just swipe them on with the Morphe fan brush, the 310, and I just kind of like swirl them and just apply, and that's all I have on my cheeks right now. I love it because it's just a one-stop shop. You can use this kind of to like bronze up your cheeks, give you like an intense highlight. You can use this in the inner corner of your eye, and you don't have to like mix and match 2 separate highlighters because you have 4 colors in one. Now these are huge. I kind of like that they don't have a mirror because it's easier for us to show on YouTube. I do kind of wish they had a mirror for travel purposes, but mirrors can get a little tricky because they can break easily. So you can take these highlights out, which is awesome. But I don't think I'll ever go through one of these because they're huge. I just feel like they're really soft and buttery, and you could just like mix them all together and get a really nice like bronzy look. They don't swatch well on the hand, but on the face they just give you like wham bam highlights, and I'm into that. I definitely like the Glow Kit better than the single Anastasia highlights. I have those. I have all 4. I gravitate towards this one a lot more because it's all in one. The consistency is a lot softer. You can get away with using different brushes with this one because the Anastasia single highlights, I feel like you can only use the Anastasia brush with it because it's like formulated to pick up that powders. I think this was just a lot more useful. Next, I want to talk about a lip combo that I've been obsessed with, and Victoria put me onto this combo. I mentioned her in the last video and I linked her down below, but I'll link her down again. She's amazing. She's definitely underrated. She mentioned this combo and I instantly picked it up because I loved how it looked on her lips. This is the Bobbi Brown Uber Beige lipstick. And I've never heard anyone else talk about this, but I am so obsessed with this color. I feel like it's my nude beach 2016 style because it's just like the perfect nude. I can't rave about it enough. It's just like a nice creamy lipstick. I love my liquid lipsticks, but I love me some creamy lipsticks for everyday wear. I know that it won't last as long, but I still wear it like date night or like going out to events because it's just like the perfect nude. I mean, I'm obsessed with it. I'm pretty sure I picked it up on Macy's.com or Sephora.com, I'm not sure, but it's called Uber Beige. And I don't feel like it's that beige. The name threw me off completely. It's more of like a rosy mauve nude brown, which you guys know. And then to top it off, this Lancome lip gloss in Optical Rose. Now, I ordered it just based off what she said, and I didn't know it was like this glittery, shimmery lip gloss. This is the type of gloss that I would avoid. Like, if I got this for free, I'd be like, pass. Like, I would give it to someone else because I don't like shimmery, glittery lip glosses. But the first swipe, I was like, ah, like I was just so obsessed with it. It's kind of sheer and it's a little bit on the pink side, but I feel like in person it just shows up a lot better than on camera. My upper lip is a bit small, so whatever combo that can make my lips look juicier and more plump, I'm all in. So I love this combo, and I will note that the lip gloss is a little thick, so I don't recommend applying 2 layers of the gloss. It can get a little gunky if you apply too much of the gloss, so just like 1 swipe is enough, and it's amazing. Next up is kind of random, but I'm actually going to use one right now to wipe off my hand. But these are the Alcone Make Off Professional Makeup Remover Cloths. Now, these came in like a little box, and they come individually wrapped, which sold me completely. When freelancing, you don't want to just bring a whole pack of wipes with you. They dry out really quickly, and then I don't know, you just lose a lot. So these are individually wrapped. They're a little pricier than your average, and I just really like these to remove makeup. I also like them to remove like eyeliner off of my hand because sometimes I use like the Inglot gel liner and I warm it up on my hand and it's such a pain to get off. So I don't like wasting like my Pond's or my Aveeno. So I just rather use one of these, and I don't know, I just really like them. They're a thicker cloth, so you can actually like get your finger in there and like wipe off any eyeliner off your clients. They're really durable, which I really like. They're just like a really nice thick cloth. They don't really have a scent. Maybe it's just because I'm sick, but I don't smell anything. But what really got me was the fact that they're individually wrapped. I think that's just like genius, and I feel like all wipes should come individually wrapped. This one says the lazy girls and boys solution to washing their face. Also really convenient for traveling if you're gonna be away for 5 days. Instead of bringing a whole pack of like Kirkland wipes, you can just bring a couple of these and you'll be good to go. So really like those, and again, they're from Alcone. They have an Alcone in the city in Manhattan, and they have like everything for a freelancer. Amazing stuff for makeup artists and just anyone, but really, really awesome tools for makeup artists, and then just like makeup and all kinds of things for everyone that loves makeup. Next up, I want to talk about the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix. This is their makeup setting spray, long lasting and moisturizing. I like this because it's moisturizing and I have dry skin. So a lot of setting sprays will make me feel really like stiff, and I can't like move my face. Like I feel like plastic surgery gone wrong when I use some sprays. But this one is just perfect for the winter because it makes your makeup last, but it also moisturizes. So I really love this, and it smells really good. And I love the spray on it. I just went ahead and sprayed myself. I love the spray also because it's pretty direct, so it just doesn't mist everywhere. In case you just want to mist like your cheeks, you can kind of get close, and it's just not gonna like squirt it. It mists it, but like in a small area. Does that make sense? I really like the bottle. Things just got weird there. Okay. Just trust me on this one, it's good, okay? This is good. Next up, I want to give a shout out to the Veramona Color Switch. This one is the Sephora Color Switch by Veramona because they're now sold at Sephora. I like rambled about this on Snapchat, so if you watch my Snapchat, I'm sorry, you're gonna hear it again. But this is just such an amazing tool. Like, I can do a whole review on it because I feel like I have so much to say about it, but basically, in a nutshell, let's just say you have this Cosetti brush and you dip it in black and you use it on your eye, and you don't really have another brush like this. or you don't really have a lot of brushes and you want to use this one again, but you want to now use it in your inner corner with white, you don't just wipe it off on your shirt and then just dip it in the white. One, you're going to dirty your shirt, and two, there's still going to be some black residue on the brush because just wiping it on that isn't going to do it. So basically you just wipe it in here and it magically just instantly cleans it. Now your brush may look a little stained, like let's just say you use black. It might still look black, but I promise you, you can just kind of like do this, and I use this with black, and look, nothing. I'll do a review because I actually want to like demonstrate it, like doing my makeup with one brush, but like a colorful makeup, just to show you how awesome this thing is. She has all types of variations to this. Like she has the color switch duo, the color switch armband, a palette with the color switch in it. Like there's a lot to it, but my favorite is just the color switch solo. You can buy this at Sephora or on their website, and it just instantly cleans your brush. And obviously you still want to clean your brushes. Don't be lazy. You still have to spot clean and you still have to like deep clean, but instantly, like if you want a brush like right now, boom. Sometimes when you use like a spot cleaner, my favorite is like the Morphe and the Cinema Secrets, but sometimes you use that and the brush is still a little wet or a little bit oily still, so you kind of have to let it dry. But this one is just dry and it instantly cleans it, and I really like that. Definitely recommend this for makeup artists. Like definitely, don't even think about it. Invest in one of those, and I'm telling you, your life is going to be so much easier when working on clients, especially like wedding parties, sweet 16s. You don't have too many brushes, but you want to get the most out of them. Veramona color switch. This one is a hair product. This is by Dry Bar. It's their triple sec texturizing, amplifying, and refreshing spray. I have the little mini size because I wanted to try it out. Basically, you just shake it up really good. You lift your hair, you spray a little, you kind of just rub it in, and you just have instant volume, which I really appreciate. My hair is really limp and fine. Right now I do have a lot of clip-ins clipped in, and I have my hair blown out and curled from the hair salon, but when I do my own hair, or even when I get my hair done and then like the next day, it just falls really flat, especially here up at the front. So I really appreciate this because it's like a dry shampoo but also a texturizing and volumizing spray. So I really like that, and I love that it doesn't have any color because a lot of my dry shampoos leave a residue and leave it really white. This one you can just brush out, no residue, it's like you didn't spray it. I like it big but just not too big. Lastly, this is super random. This is a Bath & Body Works room spray in the scent New York Beautiful Day. Obviously I'm from New York, so I had to pick it up because, I don't know, just really proud to be from New York. I have a love-hate relationship with New York, but this doesn't even tell you the scent like the candles do. It doesn't give you like a description, but I'll tell you. It smells really crisp and clean, and I really love that. Ooh. Okay. With these, you only want to use one spray, not four like me, because they're really potent and strong. If you don't have these in your home, go on Bath & Body Works right now and order you some room sprays. They make a huge difference. They smell so much stronger than candles do. I'm telling you, if you have pets, if you have a smoker in the house, like these are just very potent. Highly worth it. They're $7.50 regularly, but I always get them for like 2 for $12 or something like that when they're on sale. So I love this, and this one is in the scent New York, and I love it. I have the candle to go with it, and I'm just obsessed. I think it was like seasonal, but I'm pretty sure they still have it online. Check it out. Did you guys see my nails? Oh my god, I'm obsessed with my nails. I'll leave down the details to my nails because I'm obsessed with them. They have like a camo detail. I'll leave my nail girl down below. She's bomb, like so bomb. If you're in New York, especially like in Queens, you gotta check her out. I'll leave the info down below. I love and hate wearing black. I love it because it just looks so sleek and it's slimming. But then you can't see my hair because my hair is black. First world problems. Okay. I haven't shared songs for a while, so we're just gonna get into it because I have quite a few. Let's get into it. First song is Exchange by Bryson Tiller. This what happened when I think about you. I get in my feelings, yeah. Lord, please favor for me. Do this one favor for me. You in exchange for me. Break it down. So give me all of you in exchange for me. Just give me all of you in exchange for me. Next song, Back to Sleep by Chris Brown. I especially just love the beginning of this song. I know that sounds really cheesy, but I love Chris Brown. Okay. Did you know this? Next song I've been loving is Marilyn Monroe by K-Camp. Every time I post this song on Snapchat, you guys are like, what song is that? It's bomb. K-Camp is so underrated. Tell me not. Tell me not.
Look, what's her name? I must have forgot. Too many bottles, too many dots, too many problems, not enough ounces. Shot a shit school girl, but a nice shit bouncer. Yeah, my shorty ain't scared, no, no, no. I see the love, I see the pain in your eyes. My shorty ain't scared. My shorty ain't scared, no, no, no.
That's my favorite part.
My shorty ain't scared, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Gon' get it.
Extra, huh? Obviously, have been feeling Work by Rihanna and Drake. Obviously. I mean, what girl isn't? I mean, I'm kind of getting tired of it, but I'm still going to include it in case you didn't hear it, which I doubt. Just in case.
Works to me, I be work, 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 work. That's a debuler. Something that I never had. Something that you never seen. Something that you never been. But I wake up and
I don't know if I featured this song, but I love this song. Like, it never gets old to me. Stick Talk by Future.
They say my whole hood got it under investigation. They know they talk that stick talk, that stick talk. They know we talk that lick talk, that lick talk. They know we talk that stick talk, that stick talk. I'm a new toy. We be talking bricks too. We be talking lick talk. And I'ma fuck you for the sluts, for the sluts. I'ma put my thumb in the butt.
And then I have some Spanish songs that aren't new at all. They're just been my favorites. First one is Frio Frio by Juan Luis Guerra. This is an oldie, but I don't know, the live version with Romeo Santos, I'm obsessed with it. This one is Luz de Dia by Los Enanitos Verdes y Enanitos Verdes. What? I don't know, but you guys gotta send me some reggaeton songs because I completely fell off. I don't know any new reggaeton songs at all. So send them over. Don't leave me out. I want reggaeton songs. This just gets me like in the, you know, in the feels. Cuando Me Enamoró featuring Juan Luis Guerra. I've been loving Juan Luis Guerra, by the way. That's my boy. And Enrique Iglesias. So that concludes my favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Next up should be my perfume collection and my favorite perfumes. That's gonna be a really long video. All of my videos are long. I just can't seem to shorten them. But thank you so much for your support, for your well wishes, and for just all the love that I get on Snapchat, on Instagram, on my comments, on emails, on YouTube. You are so appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Whenever I'm doing like a percease? What? Probably my Yosu's, what? No. between. Whoa. I gotta work on my kisses. Work on my kisses.